Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, the day after Mother's Day. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend and celebrated and um, got super spoiled or whatever it is that you wanted on Mother's Day. I hope you got that. So welcome. I am Laura Burkett with Laura's Stamp Pad, and I'm here to stamp with you this morning. I'm actually using, this was a project that I just never got to create with all of you guys before Just Jade retired. So I'm still using Just Jade because I'm actually using the last of my Just Jade cardstock. I was like, I'm just going to make a million of these cards and use up the rest of the Just Jade cardstock so that I don't have any left after it retires. So that is what I'm doing today. And I'm making this super cute card from the Artfully Layered stamp set as well as dies, the coordinating dies. So I got that fabulous little detailed cut out there. And it just says sending all the hugs, which is perfect for Happy Mail. You could also say, hey there. That's another great Happy Mail option. Thank you, and then happiest birthday wishes. I just went with what fit on my my little label here, which you could always punch out any sort of tag or label or die cut or anything like that to go in this spot. So it makes this project super versatile to be able to do that and sort of mix and match some of the items. So let's see what we got here. So you could really make this card in any color. I really think like a navy option would be super fabulous, as well as maybe like a coral option. Calypso coral, Night of Navy, maybe even the new like Starry Sky, since you guys are all knowing how much I love the new Starry Sky. So that is another option for you. So I have my card base is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. So it is 5.5 by 8.5. Sorry, it's Monday morning. I was like 5.5 by 4.25, but I'm like, that's just the front. I need to double that. So 5.5 by 8.5 as my card base. So yeah, if you're ever wondering about card bases, a card base is just an 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 11 cut in half. Either way, you can really do your card base in half this way, or you could cut it in half this way and you would have like an easel, like stand-up card if you went in half going this direction rather than this direction. But either way, a regular size card is just a piece of 8.5 by 11 cut in half. Hi, Angie. Sneaking a peek while the boss is in a conference. I won't say anything. Don't worry. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. And again, I hope you guys all had a wonderful Mother's Day. So this is the first piece. And then I have a piece of basic white. And let me make sure I have the measurements correctly for this. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And I went ahead and I just did 5 by 3 3/4 for the inside as well, because I didn't really want to do two different sizes for the white on the front and the white on the inside. So I just did the same. It just has a little bit more of a border on both the front and the inside. So then I'm going to take the more thicker greenery piece, and I'm just going to stamp that Just Jade on Just Jade. So it just kind of gives that fabulous watercolor look. Let's bring in some scrap paper. So for the inside piece, I just stamped just a little bit on the corner. So just a fun little like coordinating look down there on the corner. And then on the front, let's see how many I just folded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll do 7 of these whites. Also, don't forget, everybody needs to mark their calendars, set their timers. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. is my Stamp Garage sale, and I am so excited for that. I'm so excited to give you guys the chance to purchase these retired items and show them love as much as I loved them. I want them to move along and let you guys all love them too. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. So that is tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm really hoping there's 77 items, and I'm really hoping to not take forever. Let's just say that. Yeah, I'm just hoping that it's not super duper duper long. Surely I'm like, I can do each of the items in a minute or less. So 77, that would be like an hour and 15 minutes or something. But you guys all know that I'm a talker and I'm really nervous about keeping it to 1 minute. Okay, so then each of these panels is 1 inch by 3.5 inches. So there's a couple different ways that you could do that. You could either take a full piece and stamp all over it and then cut it up, or you can cut your strips and then sort of place them together. It kind of depends on which you find to be easier. You'll notice that I did like puzzle piece them back together to make sure that the pattern was still there. It was just, like slightly separated. So if you did 3.5, and they're all 1 inches, so it'd be 3.5 by 4, which I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yes, 3.5 by 4. So let's just bring this piece back in and we'll ink up our image. And this can be like all over the place. Like you could do it with one in the center. You could like really fill it up. You could, just do a little bit here and there. Whatever you want. You could also do a full 8.5 by 11 sheet and then cut it into pieces too. So I will do 2 different ones and then I'll cut it and let you see how it looks. I don't know how I want to do this. It's really not rocket science, but I'm trying to like make it that, I feel like. Okay. So now I'm just going to bring in my paper trimmer. And you want to cut along the 4 inch, not along the 3.5, or otherwise your pieces aren't going to match. So yes, this is the 4 inch. And we're just going to cut at 1 inch and 1 inch and 1 inch. And I need to keep these separate so that I'm not really struggling with the puzzle pieces. It's supposed to be fabulous, sunny, hot, and humid. I could do without the humidity, but fabulous and sunny and hot this week, and I am pumped. It's like bring on summer. There was no spring. We just went straight from like Friday was cold, misty, and gross. And then now we're going to have 90-degree weather. Welcome to Illinois. Okay, so okay, these two go together. Okay, it goes like that. And I like to start on the outside and work my way in. So I'm just going to place the first one down. And then do the other outside one. Here are some of my Mother's Day wounds. As you can see, my thumb is a hot mess. First, on Friday, I think it was, I burned my thumb with my curling wand. You know that on Thursday for the launch party, I decided I wanted to curl my hair because I absolutely love curling my hair. Well, maybe not necessarily the act of curling my hair, but having curly hair. And so then I thought, you know what? I just might leave out my heat tool all weekend long and curl my hair all weekend long for Mother's Day. And then I curled my hair on Friday and burnt my finger. And that was the end of that. I didn't curl my hair Saturday or Sunday. And I'm putting that thing back away. Yeah, so I burnt my thumb. And then later I was making this sugar cookie lemon dessert and I zested my knuckle. Who has done that? I know I'm not alone with that one. Cheese grating or zesting. Yep, gets me every time. And I was like, why does it have to be the same thumb? Okay, there we go. Hi, Denise. Welcome. I hope you had a fabulous Mother's Day weekend. So we're starting on the outside and working our way in. I just find that spacing is always better that way. There we go. And then I kind of like use these other two in the middle and sort of place those down. It's not DSP. It's actually stamped cardstock. See? Look how fabulous it is that you didn't even know. Purell on a paper cut. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. So lemon juice on the cut was not cool. I also had like a little paper cut right there. And actually, the lemon juice in that cut was worse than lemon juice in this one. But yeah, you know, this one was one of those that like just brushed over the surface. So then it was like bleeding all over. And then like I rinsed it before putting a Band-Aid on. So then it like just made it look like an absolute massacre. Oh, geez. I'm like, this is what I get for doing my dessert late at night. And I had already messed up the dessert once. I only put 1 cup of flour in instead of 2. Whoops. So yeah, Denise, this is actually not DSP. It is Just Jade cardstock, and I use the Artfully Layered. And so I stamped it all over. Don't worry, I have more coming. I will do more because I have lots to do. Whoops, wrong piece. So I stamped a piece of 3.5 by 4 all over with the greenery piece and then cut it into 1-inch strips. I also stamped that same image on another piece of the basic white for the inside. For a little fabulous happy mail card, sending all the hugs. So there's our 2, and then it looks like I need a punch. I have this punch from the catalog launch party last week sitting on my desk. So this is the one I'm going to use. even though it's not the same one that I used in the sample, but that's okay. Any sort of punch, label, greeting, die cut, anything like that works perfectly. Oh no. My ruler ended up in my ink pad. Do you guys have a ruler on your craft space? Or do you use the ruler on the grid paper or the ruler on the paper trimmer? Or do you like to have like an actual ruler as well? I like to have an actual ruler as well. Oh, well, thank you. It's awesome because the stamp set is one of those textured stamp sets. So it really gives that detailed look without my effort. At least that's how I'm going to say it. Oh no, does sending all, oh, it does fit. Okay. Sending all the hugs. I think. Ooh, it's tight. Sending all the hugs. Cute. And then we have the die. I'm going to close this ink pad before something bad happens. And you can see that some of these die cut the image that is stamped. So you can see that like these two outlines are those two. And then this one is that one as well. And then these are just like outline images. So you could really use lots of different ones. I'm just going to pull two of them off because if I can die cut two at a time, then that would be super fabulous and I wouldn't have to run it through each time just to do that same one. So that piece isn't big enough. I just pulled from my white scrap bin and this piece is too big. That's okay, we'll just trim it down. These scissors need a little alcohol cleaning. They're a little sticky. I don't know what happened, but I cut something that was sticky. I just take rubbing alcohol and clean them off. So we're going to do two at a time. That way, it's kind of like making two cards at once. So you have another loose ruler on the craft table as well. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, that I'm not the only one who likes to have an additional ruler. So yeah, on top of the Stamp Garage sale, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m., which you can always watch later if you need to and shop later. I also have my online card class, which is Hues of Happiness, and that one is on May 20th. Ooh, this one didn't like, I thought to crank it through twice, and then I thought, oh no, we'll be fine. Should have cranked it through twice to make sure it got in all those nooks and crannies. It did, it just didn't cut like really well. Where they, like this one, it cut really well. And they all popped out. That one didn't die cut as well. And you're probably thinking, Laura, you should have used adhesive paper. What is it called? Adhesive sheets on the back because it's so delicate. But you know what? I'm not worried about that because I'm not actually adhering it down all over. So if I can just get these top ones popped out, I'm not even going to worry about the bottoms then, because I'm just going to cover it up with the greeting. See, these down here are popping out just fine. It's those middle ones that needed a little extra bump through. If they're still coming out, they're just snug. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab my dimensionals and I'm just gonna like layer this behind it and add dimensionals over the top. So the dimensionals will help secure it, but I'm also going to show you, you can do it like the opposite way too and secure it to your card front and then lay the dimensionals over the top. So right now this piece is going to look like it's like super popped out because it's dimensional. Whereas the other one I'll lay flat and add the dimensional greeting over the top. So this one, the die cut image is also dimensional. So it's kind of like floating out there, but it's also secure because it is behind those dimensionals. Now this one, I actually think I might like cut it or like rip it into pieces. This one, I'm going to add like a little adhesive and just stick it down there. And I kind of want this like bottom piece to show as well. And I'm just going to, yeah, just going to rip off that middle part. And then we're just going to like place this down here. And then the greeting is going to be dimensional over the top. So this Artfully Layered bundle is in the mini catalog, which hasn't retired, but of course Just Jade has retired. So now you can see that this is like farther down and more against the card with the dimensionals on top. This one is like super floating because it's dimensionalized with the greeting. But you could use either one. I went in this direction with the first sample. So lots of different ways that you can do this. And like I said, I really just want to die cut two of them at the same time so I can kind of get two cards out of every crank through the die cutting machine so that it's easier that way. But you might want to make sure that you crank through twice to get through the center of that die, just to make it easier for everything to pop out. They usually pop out really easy like they did with that one, but I needed to go through twice. And then you can see that homemade designer series paper is just stamping randomly all over the back and then cutting it into strips, which is super, super fabulous. A couple other things I wanted to share with you guys is last week I got all those boxes from Stampin' Up, and you guys all were blown away by how many boxes it was. So was I. And the one box was some goodies that Stampin' Up sent for achieving the trip last year. The trip didn't actually happen because of COVID and the chaos and everything, but they still sent us all the gifts and everything. So I don't have all the gifts down here right now. I have the box. The box will go up top, of course, which you guys actually don't see that. I don't know. You're, of course, going to see my overhead camera, but I'm wondering if you guys can see if I tilt it back a little bit. No, not really. I'll have to take a picture and show you guys, but up on the top, up there where it says create, I have a whole bunch of Stampin' Up! Event boxes. I don't know why. I'm just a collector of the event boxes, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I have too many. But yeah, I have a new box to be able to put up there, and I'll show you a few of the things that they sent. One of them was this gorgeous card. How cute is that? I love the colors. They're so like vibrant. And you'll notice how this looks very like coral and blue. And it's actually Sweet Sorbet and Starry Sky. Yeah. How crazy is that? The way certain colors are pulled into different looks just by, combining them differently, is crazy. Super, super cute card. I love it. It's adorable. And then we also got this blue candle, and it does smell fabulous. Here, can you guys all smell it? Yum, yum. No, can't smell it? I'm sorry. It is, in case you were wondering, it is yummy. And it is called Capri Blue Volcano. I don't know that I would say that this is volcano, but I also have never smelled a volcano. So, also I'm super getting vibes to like redo a bathroom in white and blue like this. Doesn't it seem very spa-like and fabulous? Yeah. Don't tell Brad. He'll kill me if I say that I want to redo the bathroom like that. And then we got AirPods. And I actually don't wear these. I wouldn't have even known what AirPods were if it wasn't for the fact that my neighbor lost hers last week on a flight. And so she was talking about losing hers, and I was like, what are AirPods? And then I realized what they were. And the other one who's a teacher said she absolutely gets super annoyed because all day she hears this. Because the kids just fidget the AirPod lids and like snap it open and closed. So I went down and I took and showed her mine and snapped it and drove her nuts. Aren't I a fabulous neighbor? But yeah, so I got little AirPods that Brad is going to have to teach me how to use because I don't know how. But yeah, super, super cute. We also got the most luxurious robe ever. And it is pretty fabulous. I snuggled with Claire with it and we almost fell asleep, but then it was time to go. We only had like 5 minutes. So got to enjoy those snuggles when you can. But I got that, and there's a pin that I got. I did take, Brad took pictures of me opening it with Claire, but she really wanted to open it, and it was like right before supper time, so I didn't do a live or anything opening it. I was super excited too, and I didn't want to like wait any longer. But supposedly we have another box coming, so I might do a live with the second box of goodies that is coming. I feel like there was something else in there too, and I don't remember what it was. The AirPods, mugs. I don't know where I put them. Oh, here they are. So we got 2 mugs, and they have this like gorgeous gold top, and then in the molding is Stampin' Up. So it's like impressed into the clay before they burned it, whatever you call it, sealed it. I don't know what it's called whenever you put it in the kiln and fire the clay or whatever that's called. I think it's called firing the clay, isn't it? I don't know. It's not burning. I know that. But yeah, I am not a coffee drinker, so I will probably use my mugs as pen holders or something like that, as I usually do. But yeah, so super, super cute. Stampin' Up! Was amazing. Spoiled us so much. And like I said, supposedly there's another box of goodies coming. So I'm excited. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and simple happy mail card. It's Monday, so mail a card Monday, make someone's day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Come back again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time is my stamp garage sale. Tell your friends, tell everyone. I'm so excited. I will be doing the stamp garage sale only on Facebook, so it won't be on Facebook and YouTube like all these videos. It'll just be on Facebook because it will be like the first comment that says sold for that item is the winner, and I can't have two two different sections of comments, because then I won't know who was the first one that said sold. So if you're watching on Facebook, or if you're watching on YouTube right now, go check out my Facebook page, Laura's Stamp Pad, and like and follow me there so that you can participate in the Stamp Garage sale tomorrow, Tuesday, 10 a.m. I will see you guys then. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy Monday and happy stamping. Bye.